Hey, everybody. This episode of Our Kids Play Hockey is brought to you by our title sponsor, NHL Sense Arena. Look, we all want our kids to succeed in hockey, but let's face it, finding training that's both effective and enjoyable can be a real challenge, and not to mention expensive and a total drain on time, especially if you have to drive to the rink, pay a private instructor. There's so many reasons that money gets spent on this game. But that's where NHL Sense Arena steps in. It's a virtual reality training game that brings the rink into your home that takes off-ice training to a new reality. It's designed to improve hockey sense and IQ, something that's lacking majorly in the game today for both players and goalies. And you get unlimited access to over 100 drills and training plans from top coaches and players that can be played anytime, anywhere, with drills approved by USA Hockey player and goalie development directors. Look, improving mental hockey skills at home has really never been more fun, and any hockey player that uses this is going to have a blast. All right. I've used this before on my own, and it feels like you're so immersed in an arena, you sometimes forget you have a headset on. And again, it's not being on the ice, but it allows you to work on some of these skill sets like scanning, as I said before, hockey IQ, looking around the rink, making the right plays, that getting those repetitions in now as a hockey player are super important for your development. So NHL Sense Arena is giving all the listeners an exclusive offer for $50 off an annual plan when you use our code Hockey Never Stops at checkout. Again, that's Hockey Never Stops. All you got to do is go to hockey.sensearena.com. Again, that's hockey.sensearena.com. Use the code Hockey Never Stops, and you'll save $50 on your annual plan of NHL Sense Arena. Make sure to check that out and enjoy this episode of Our Kids Play Hockey. Hello, hockey skaters and goalies around the world, and welcome to another edition of the Ride to the Rink, your little 5-minute podcast on your way to the rink that you can listen to get some motivation. One of the questions we get a lot over here at Ride to the Rink is about leadership and captaincy. And today we have a clip here from an NHL captain, a former NHL captain who we revere here, Rick Nash, who was a captain of the Columbus Blue Jackets. He also played for the New York Rangers, was a really great player in his era. And he talks a bit about leadership and what it means to him, both staying true to yourself and why when you get the captaincy or you're honored with the C, it should never change who you are. It's something that you earn along the way by who you are. And if you need to wear the C, you probably don't deserve it. It's something that you need to earn, and something, again, that he says you need to be true to yourself. So here's Rick Nash talking a little bit about captaincy on the Ride to the Rink.
There's no one right way to lead. I think every individual has their own way to lead, and I had some pretty cool captains through the years: Ray Whitney, Luke Richardson, Adam Foote. Guys that I could learn from. And for me, when I first got the captain, I thought it was important that I didn't change. I think that people and humans are too smart to, and they'll see through that. So if I get a letter on my shirt, which is just a letter, and I start coming in and throwing Gatorade bottles and calling guys out, well, I'm not staying true to myself, and I'm not respecting the person who got the letter on his jersey. So I tried to stay the same, but at the same time, now you're managing 25 different personalities, and you guys obviously know this. Some guys need a fire lit up under their butt, and some guys need to be coddled. Some guys need to be, positive feedback, positive reinforcement. So that was kind of the tricky part, was understanding what each player needed as an individual, and for me to deliver that to them. And during all that, one thing never changed for me was I had to lead by example on the ice. I always thought, and Ken Hitchcock used to tell me this, he said, if you go, they will follow you. So I knew that every night I had 24 guys watching me to see how I was going to show up. So I had to go, and I had to get these guys to follow me. So it's a tricky part, but I think you have to stay true to yourself to be a good leader.
All right, great stuff there from Rick Nash. And again, if you're not quite sure who you are yet at this point in your life, that's okay too. Part of the journey is discovering things about yourself and who you are and turning into the leader that you want to be. So if that's something you aspire to do, remember to be a great person. Remember about your integrity. What you do when no one's watching kind of makes you who you are. And those are some great pieces of advice from Rick Nash. This podcast came from Win Championship Trades for Life via Pivotal Moments Media. You can listen to that podcast and all the episodes with a lot of professional athletes on any podcast network you want. Again, it's called Win Championship Trades for Life, or check it out at pivotalmomentsmedia.com. But that's going to do it for this edition of Ride to the Rink. Again, if you want more episodes like this, check out Our Kids Play Hockey, the podcast network we have everywhere where podcasts can be heard, or our website, ourkidsplayhockey.com. Make it a great skate today. We'll talk to you soon. Take care.